moving on, it gives me great pleasure to let one of our founding charter sponsors be with us tonight here in London. Ladies and gentlemen, from my own hometown in Boston, GenArts and Todd Prives.
Sounds good. Thank you very much, Dan. Thanks for the intro. It's great to be here. You know, we've been to so many SuperMeets over the years, and it's nice to actually finally be able to present in front of a group of people. As Dan mentioned, my name is Todd Prives, and I'm from GenArts. And just a quick show of hands, before tonight, how many of you have heard of Sapphire plugins? Okay. So let me just start by giving you an overview of GenArts and Sapphire plugins, and then the new product that we're releasing and announcing tonight. So Sapphire plugins have been used for nearly 15 years in most major theatrical releases for feature films, television commercials, and big budget projects. You can see our glow here is used in Iron Man. And as I go through the list here, we have quite a few of the world's top video creators using our software on a day-to-day basis to help them with their visual effects and engage their audience. Now, they're typically visual effects in feature films and big budget commercials, but really the spectrum has grown. So something like this, you'd see a film like Star Trek has got 95% of the shots have visual effects. But as we move into the other mediums out there, things that you wouldn't necessarily think have visual effects are actually ripe with them. Independent films such as Slumdog Millionaire, television nightly news, and even talk shows like Oprah Winfrey. I mean, they're all using visual effects to help them engage their audience and tell their story. And many of you out there today, I would think most of you, are also telling stories and want to deliver the same quality and the same level to engage your audience. So people are not only doing things for TV and for film, but there's a growing video market out there. Many of you making videos for Facebook, for Vimeo, for YouTube, doing wedding videography, doing industrial video, doing corporate video. So what we're trying to do with our new product that we're announcing tonight is help you further engage your audience through the use of visual effects, but really in a streamlined fashion that helps you as the editor get really nice results. So this is our world premiere announcement tonight of Sapphire Edge. And Sapphire Edge, as I mentioned, was built specifically from the feedback from video editors and videographers, people who are very busy, who have tight budgets and tight turnaround time, but want to develop the same high-quality looks and deliver their clients the same high-quality projects that clients are used to seeing on television or in big-budget productions. So Sapphire Edge is built from the Sapphire plugins engine, but it's really streamlined to help you get really nice, easy results. So I'm going to go ahead and move to my demo inside of Final Cut and show you exactly what I mean. And this is the fun part for me. I get to actually play with the toys. But Sapphire Edge, what it does is it gives you a streamlined interface. It gives you a preset library of many, many looks to choose from and deploy quickly to your footage. And it also gives you a library of new looks that are refreshed every single month via a new website we're launching called FX Central. So I'm just going to go into this here and play a little bit of this back for you and then show you how Sapphire Edge works inside of Final Cut Pro. This is a spec spot that was done for a vineyard in Seattle called Coho Vineyards. And I'm just going to play a few frames of it and then show you how you can use Sapphire Edge to enhance your storytelling and your editorial process really quickly and really easily. So I'm just going to play back a few frames here, and then we'll get to work actually using the plugins themselves. There we go. So we've got a couple different shots here. This is just a raw editorial. There are no visual effects applied to it. But I want to use some of the tools in Sapphire Edge to help me really enhance the look to this. So the first part of this sequence talks about the vineyards when it was first found at the turn of the century. So what I can do is go to my Effects tab here. I can go to my Video Filters. And as I scroll down to my Sapphire Edge filters, you'll see I have 4 different filters. But within that, I literally have hundreds of looks. So the first filter I want to apply is a film style. And this is going to give me a filmatic look to my footage by adding some color correction, some grain, some glow. So when I go ahead and I drop film style on here, we can instantly see the result, how it's adjusting the footage and giving me a really nice film type look. So when I go to my video filters controls, you'll see, as I mentioned before, it's a really streamlined interface. They're not an overwhelming amount of parameters that maybe you have to fiddle with to get different looks and can be confusing, but you've got a really straightforward set of easy-to-use parameters. So I can start by adjusting the amount of the film style, and as I turn that up, it's going to intensify it, and vice versa. I can go ahead and take that down and soften it up a little bit. And I've got various other controls that would be essential for doing a film type of color correction, like saturation. I can maybe pull out a little bit of the color, and so on and so forth. But the real magic to Sapphire Edge is the fact that we built all these presets for you, so you can really quickly and easily apply looks to your footage. So to do that, all I simply do is click on the Load Preset button, and we'll wait for the preset browser to launch. And again, here's where the magic comes out. We've got all these presets that are built ahead of time for you, and you can either mouse through these or scroll through them with your keyboard and see all these different looks, and it's applying to the actual place where your playhead is in your timeline. So you're getting essentially a real-time preview of what the effect is going to look like. And this ships with hundreds, so you have many different looks, and they're also really well tagged and organized. So as I mentioned before, in this particular sequence at the beginning of the shot, it talks about the vineyard being founded at the turn of the century. So what I could do is go to my time tags, look through here, find 1900s, and then play with some of these. I think Withered Husk actually looks pretty nice. So that'd be sort of the perfect effect to use for this particular sequence. I simply load that, and it's applied it to my clip. So there's not a whole lot of fiddling around with a lot of unnecessary parameters to get a look. You can simply load a preset and move on from there. So I want to show you another example of a Sapphire Edge filter. I'm going to show you the lens flare this time. Same process where I can go ahead and drag and drop the lens flare on the grape. In this particular sequence where we are honoring the grape as the dialogue goes. I'll spare you from having to listen to the dialogue because it's a little over the top. But I can, again, control my basic parameters of my lens flare. I can position it wherever I want. But the real magic here is going to the preset browser and having a quick view of all the different lens flares that are built for me that I don't have to spend time fiddling about with, but instead I can just directly apply to my clip, maybe do a few manipulations, and move on to the next shot. So I can, again, scroll through some of these to find something I like. In this case, I think Blue Starburst is kind of a cool one. I can go ahead and load that, and it's then applied directly to my clip. The same sort of thing works with transitions. So we have 14 video transitions that come in Sapphire Edge, but again, hundreds of looks. So as I go up and I want to just do a transition between these two clips, I can go to my Sapphire Edge filters in my Sapphire Edge transitions in video transitions, and you can see all the different transitions. I'll take a dissolve bubble. Let's go ahead and drag and drop that between two clips. Let's drag it between these two clips. And of course, if I wanted to, I can frame preview through this to see how the transition is going to look. But the great thing about the preset editor, again, is that in fact it's going to, or the preset browser rather, the preset browser is going to play these transitions back for me. So I can double click on my transition, click on load preset, and the same sort of idea happens here where I have all these pre-built presets, and it's really nice that it's actually doing an A/B dissolve for me and showing me what the transition is going to look like. So the same idea, very quickly and very easily, I can go through these, pick a transition I like, and then let's say I like hibernation, go ahead and load that, so it's now applied directly to my clip. So that's the principle of Sapphire Edge. Again, it's a streamlined user interface that allows you to quickly and easily adjust various parameters. It's a robust preset browser. And what we're also offering is a subscription when you purchase the product to FX Central. And FX Central is our website that, that's going to be updated every month with new presets. So even when you first acquire the package, you're getting about 400 or so different looks. But every month, we're going to be adding to that with new presets for all the different effects. So you're really able to build your library and build your starting point very easily and very quickly once you're using Sapphire Edge. And of course, I want to get out of this and show you some other cool stuff we have in here with FCPX, but I'll get to that in one sec. A little bit of background about Sapphire Edge. It's priced at $299, a very affordable price. And with that, it includes a one-year subscription to FX Central, which, as I mentioned, is going to be offering downloads every month of new presets that you can add to your existing looks. And as I said, this is our world premiere tonight, where we're first announcing it. So if you want more information, you can go to the website on our screen here, or you can come out to our table, which is right outside, and I'll be showing it additionally after the break. So when we first release it, we are offering a 2-week trial, so you can use it in your projects, use it watermark-free, and really get a good sense of how it looks. So let me jump out of that and jump into FCPX, because there's been a lot of speculation as to if plugins are going to work or not, and what the deal is with that. But I'm really happy to announce that we have Sapphire Edge and plan to support Final Cut Pro 10 as well. So you can see here we have the Sapphire Edge filters. A little round of applause. GenArts engineers doing a good job. Final Cut Pro X. I always wanted that on stage. I feel fulfilled. But you can see here we have the Sapphire Edge effects. The interface is a little bit different, where in this case the thumbnails are actually right in the application, but I can go through these, and I'm looking at film damage in particular here, and film damage is going to add artifacts and things you'd find in typically aged film, and I can look at all these different thumbnails what the different film damage presets are going to look like. Let's say I like Fuzzy Vidalia. I can go ahead and drag and drop that on my clip, and it's now applied that. And when I go to my inspector here, you'll see I've got the Fuzzy Vidalia parameters. So We're really happy to announce that we are planning on supporting Final Cut Pro X, and of course we support Final Cut Pro 7 as well. If there are any Windows people out there, Sapphire Edge is also available for Sony Vegas. But I wanted to wrap up, given my limited time, by showing a video that one of our beta testers, who's here in the audience tonight, Alan McCormick, made. And it was just a 30-second before and after, showing how he had the untreated edit, and then how he used Sapphire Edge, and just used all the presets rather, to get a really nice look. So I'm just going to jump over and play Alan's clip. And then you'll give me another round of applause, and I'll be on my way. So this is a spot again from Alan McCormick, who's here tonight. So we thank him for that. So you'll see the before and then the after. Audio. No, it's not. Okay, thank you, everybody.